Hi there, it's Jennifer from Entouch, and today I'm bringing you a series of hip openers. Because I don't know if you're like me, but I'm always feeling tight in my hips, especially if you're spending more downtime right now, sitting down more, laying down more, and we just need to kind of get into our joints and open up a little bit. So to start, we are going to come into child's pose. So coming to our hands and knees, let's bring our big toes together, knees apart, so we can start to get into our hips. And then just slowly rest down, allowing your forehead to rest onto the mat. The hips are resting towards the heels. And take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Start to just focus inward on your breath. Bringing attention and awareness to your body. Notice how your body is feeling and where you're holding any tension. Slowly start to deepen and lengthen through your inhales and exhales. And start to just focus in on what the breath does to your body. Allow the inhales to invite in new positive energy. And each exhale, start to let go of those tensions, releasing the body. And this breath today is going to just guide us through our practice, and it's going to help ease through this tension. So it's very important that we continue to breathe. Nice, deep, even inhales and exhales moving throughout the body. If you'd like to set in an intention for your class, now would be the time to do so. And maybe today is just about eliminating blockages, physical tension blockages, emotional blockages, just using our breath and our practice to just get into both our bodies and our minds today. As you inhale next, lift up through your head. Walk your hands over to the right side and then rest in. We're just creating a side bend on our left side body. Feel it start to open and lengthen. And then come back up through to center and walk your hands to the left side and rest in, this time feeling our right side open. Keeping the breath moving, allowing it to open and release our tension in our body. Coming back up to center, let's make our way into table pose, hands and knees. And you can stay here or maybe draw your knees back a few inches, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And maybe start to pedal through your feet, bend through one knee and then the other. Just beginning to stretch our calves and our hamstrings. And then we're going to inhale our right leg up towards the sky. Bend your knee, stack your hip, and open. Fire hydrant pose. Allow that left heel to still rest towards the mat. Feel the hips open and stack. Exhale, place your right foot down. And then we'll inhale, left leg lifts. And then bend the knees, stack the hip, open up. Nice deep breaths. Exhale, place that foot down. As you inhale, bend your knees and step or walk to the top of your mat, coming to a flat back. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We're going to take a balancing pose. We're going to take half chair. So we're going to root through our left leg first. And just put a slight bend through your left knee. If you need to come to a wall to help your balance you, that's completely fine. So put a slight bend through your left knee. We're going to bring our right ankle over that knee. Hands can come to heart center. And then if you'd like, maybe continue to bend a little deeper. You can draw this right knee towards the mat, opening through the hip a little more. Nice deep breaths. Use the breath to get into that tension in the hips to help release. One more breath. And then as you inhale, start to straighten up the leg, uncross, shake out what you need. And then we'll start to root through our right leg. Slight bend through the knee. We'll cross our left ankle over the right knee. Hands can come to heart, and again, bend deeper through the knee. Left knee drops towards the mat to open up a little bit more in the hip. Nice deep breaths. One more breath. And then inhale, come up, unwind, shake out what you need. And then come back to the top of your mat. Rooting through our feet strong. Let's inhale our arms up for length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway for length. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to a downward facing dog, or take a vinyasa here. Come to plank pose, hugging the elbows as you lower the chest, chaturanga. Untuck the toes, inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, down dog. Inhale, we're gonna bring our right leg up behind us. Exhale, step it forward to the top of your mat. We wanna make sure our knees over the ankle, so if you need to walk that foot up just a few steps to make sure that happens, feel free. If you need to, you can drop to your knee. But right now, we're just kind of lunging, a nice low lunge into the hips. If you wanna sway forward and back to get a little bit deeper, you can. And then exhale, lower to that left knee. You can untuck your toes if you'd like. We're going to keep our left hand down as we lift through the right hand. Maybe place it on your right knee, drawing it out to the side just a little bit. Nice deep breaths. You can keep that hand there, or you can lift up through the right arm. Exhale, place your hand down. We're going to tuck our toes under, come off that knee, and lift for a crescent warrior. Arms are strong, shoulders resting, still lunging through the front knee. Back leg is engaged. A few breaths here. As you exhale, plant your hands on the inside of your right foot. And we're gonna stay up off of our back knee just for a couple breaths, so engage the muscles here. And then exhale, lower to your left knee. We're going to take dragon pose. So the further back your left knee goes, the deeper the stretch you'll feel. So if you need to bring that knee underneath your hip more, that's fine. If you want to take it deeper, draw it back. And you can stay up or you can start to fold in. If you have a yoga block, or you can grab some books or anything at home. If you don't have a block, feel free to rest your forearms down. Just nice deep breaths. About 5 more breaths here. Release that tension. Inhale, lift up through the arms, and we're just going to come into half splits. So we're going to sink our hips back as we straighten through the right leg. Just giving it a moment here to open up. And then lunging back forward, we're gonna heel toe that foot over to the left side as we lower our right knee down. We're gonna come into pigeon pose. So if you need to adjust your foot at all, feel free. We're gonna stay off of our hips, squaring through the hips, lengthening up, and then when you're ready, fold forward, pigeon pose. Again, completely let go. Allow the breath to release any tension. And if this is too much to be in pigeon, go ahead and roll over on your hip and just come into sleeping swan. But if you can, stay off the hip for pigeon pose. Either pose works. And we'll be here for about 5 more breaths. Releasing the tension in the body, opening through our hips. Good. Inhale, let's slowly draw our hands under our shoulders, lifting back up. And then we'll tuck our left toes, bring that right leg up and back and down dog and shake it out. When you rest your foot down, notice any differences from your right side to your left. You might feel a lot looser on that right side. Inhale, let's lift our left leg up. Exhale, step it forward to the top of our mat. Again, we want our knee over the ankle, so walk that foot forward if you need. Just staying in a low lunge, letting go, maybe swaying forward and back, sinking into the hips. Lower that right knee down. Right hand stays down. Let's open through this left knee. Again, you can use your left hand against it, or maybe bring that left arm up. Nice deep breaths. Exhale, place that hand down. Let's tuck our back toes. Come off of our back knee, inhaling crescent warrior. Again, strong arms, shoulders resting, back leg is engaged. Sinking deeper and deeper into our hips as we breathe. Exhale, plant your hands on the inside of your left foot. And we're going to stay off of our knee for a moment, engage the leg. Nice deep breaths. And then exhale, lower your right knee down. Adjust where that right knee is if you need to move it up under your hip or back to feel a little deeper. And then when you're ready, start to fold in for dragon pose. And these poses might feel completely different from one side to the other. We're not usually made symmetrically, so that's completely okay. Just continue to breathe and let go. And about 5 more breaths. Inhale, plant your hands lifting back up. And we're just gonna sink back as we straighten through that left leg for half splits for a few breaths, just releasing the lunge. And then we'll shift back forward, heel toe that foot over to the right side as we lower the left knee down to the mat. Adjusting as you need. Squaring through the hips, getting nice and tall. Exhale, fold over your shin for pigeon pose. And again, just rest where you can. Keeping the hips square and just breathing and let go. About 5 more breaths. See where you can release a little deeper. Good. Let's draw our hands under our shoulders, lifting back up. And then tuck your right toes as we bring that left leg up. Shake it out as you need. And then placing it down in your down dog. Notice if your left side now meets your right. With your flexibility, feel the openness. And then we're just going to shift forward, lower to our hands and knees into table pose. From our table pose, we're going to come into frog pose. So with our pigeon pose, we're getting the outer hips. With frog, we're going to get our inner hips. So if you need to grab some extra cushion, maybe grab a blanket so we can place it under our knees. So placing it long ways on our mat. We're just going to come into table pose, but put your knees onto the blanket. From here, we're just going to walk our knees away from each other until you find where your comfort zone is. For some people, your legs will be completely out, your pelvic bone against the mat. Others, not so much, and that's okay. Go where your level is. We want to have our ankles straight down from our knees, feet pointed outward. And you can stay up or again, start to fold it. Maybe you just come down to your forearms. Maybe you come flat down, whatever works for you. Just make sure that your hips stay in line with your knees. We don't want to sink back or forward. Keep them in line. And then just let go here. Allow the breath to sink you in. Each exhale, letting go of tension. Allow that breath to just keep your focus. And we'll be here for about 5 more breaths. So see if you can go any deeper, and if not, that is okay. After that 5th breath, let's begin to plant our hands, lifting ourselves back up. And slowly draw your heels towards each other, kind of beginning to walk our knees back together. If it feels good to stay in table and just take some circles with your hips in one direction, a couple rounds, and then switch directions. And then we will just have a seat. So we're gonna bring our legs straight out in front of us. And we're gonna bring our right knee up. And we're gonna cross this leg over to the left side. Your left leg can remain straight, or if you'd like, bend the knee and draw that heel towards your right hip. But you can keep that leg straight out if you'd like. Our right hand's gonna plant behind us. Inhale that left arm up for length. Exhale, let's twist to our right. Either hook that arm or hug your knee as you twist. Each inhale, feel the length of your spine getting taller. Each exhale, twist deeper. Good. As you inhale, come back to center. Draw that left leg out, uncross the right leg, extend out, shake it out if you need. And we'll bring our left knee up. Cross this foot over to your right side. And again, your right leg can remain straight, or bend that knee and bring the heel towards your left hip. Left hand plants behind you. Inhale, right arm up for length. Exhale, twist to your left. Lengthening as we inhale, twisting deeper as we exhale. We don't want to lean back against that hand. We want to just help it keep us tall. Good. Inhale back to center. If you need to counter twist right, you can. And then we'll bring that right leg out, extend the left leg, shake it out as you need. And we are going to take bound ankle pose. So let's bring the soles of our feet together. And we can slide them in a little bit closer towards our body. Grab your feet for a bind, almost like you're opening your feet up like a book. Inhaling up for length. Exhale, hinge forward. Fold if you do, just however you hinge and fold, keep the length through your spine. So if you don't fold a lot here, that is okay. If you want to use your elbows against your knees to deepen the stretch, you can do that as well. And just breathe. Couple more breaths here. And inhale, release back up. Draw your knees together, and we're going to make our way to our backs. So as you lay back, maybe draw your knees in towards your chest for a hug. Maybe rock side to side and push your low back into the mat. And let's plant our feet down to the mat. Walk them close towards our bottom, hands plant next to your hips. We're just going to take a bridge pose to just kind of counter our folds. So let's inhale, lift up through the hips. You can stay here, or if you'd like, take a bind underneath you. Walk your shoulder blades under, pushing down through the forearms, lifting high through the hips. Deep breaths. And release your bind. Exhale, lower down. Take a breath. From here, we're going to bring our legs straight up. Just a few breaths here. And then draw your arms on the inside of your knees, bend through the knees. Grab the bottoms of your feet or your ankles or shins and just begin to open those legs out for happy baby pose. So just getting just a little bit more into the hips with our inversion. If you rock side to side here, that is okay. And we'll stay here for about 3 more breaths. And then we can slowly release our bind, bring our knees back into our chest for a hug. Place our feet back down. And we're going to cross our left leg over our right, and we're going to lower those legs to the right side. We're going to extend our arms out to a T, or you can grab that top knee with your right hand as we just come into a spinal twist. So your gaze can come to the left, allowing this left shoulder to rest down as our legs and knees come to the right side. Nice deep breaths as we start to wind down our practice. Inhale, let's come back up to center. Uncross your legs and then cross your right leg over your left. And then allow your knees to rest down to the left side. Your right arm can come out to a T. Your left arm can come out to a T, or grab that top leg to deepen the twist. Gaze can come to the right side. And breathe. Good. Inhale back to center. Uncross your legs. And then we're just going to extend those legs out to each corner of the mat. Arms can rest down by your sides. Maybe palms face upward. Let's inhale nice and deeply one more time. Exhale, sigh it out. With that exhale, let everything go. Feel your face, your jaw, your neck and your shoulders start to rest. Your back, your hips and your glutes, your arms and your legs, just letting everything go. And rest well in Shavasana. Slowly allow your body to awaken. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Draw your arms behind you for a long stretch. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest for a final hug. And just find yourself rolling over to one side and making our way back into a seated position. Taking our time to get there. And let's draw our hands together at heart center. Closing your eyes, bowing in, coming back to your intention. Just take a moment to seal in your practice. The light within me, it bows, honors, and reflects that beautiful light inside of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hopefully you feel nice and loose and limber. Feel free to check out and subscribe to our YouTube channel for all our classes and meditations, and also our website for all our services that we offer, entouchllc.com. We also have a donation link on our webpage if you feel like you would like to donate. Thank you again and have a wonderful day.